This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Foreigner arrested for card cloning. Arab communities attend disaster preparedness training. And OTML's extension review remains positive. A very good evening. This is National MTV News. I'm Jaylee Sapies. Thank you for joining us. After a 3-month investigation, Tudor Vasile, a Romanian national and believed leader of a syndicate involved in card cloning activities across the Pacific Ring, has been arrested in Port Moresby.
Vasil is currently being questioned by detectives from the Special Organized Crime Team attached to the NCT Internal Investigation Unit. The investigation, which has been ongoing for several months, has uncovered an alarming operation, and authorities are now focused on unraveling the full extent of the criminal activity. Chief Inspector Apollos Terry, the officer in charge of the Special Investigation Team, confirmed that the arrest is a critical development in the fight against organized crime in the region. Authorities believe that high-profile individuals may be implicated in the syndicate, with further arrests expected as the investigation continues. During Vasil's apprehension, a total of 800 cloned bank cards were found in his possession, along with a cloning machine, which was seized as evidence. Attempts to get further comments from the police is still ongoing. James Guken, National MTV News.
From December 1st, 2024 to January 1st, 2025, 163 cases of trauma with 2 fatalities were reported across all health facilities in Isipik province. Highlighted by the Provincial Governor Alan Bird, this information was provided by the Isipik Provincial Health Authority.
Alluding to the report by the Provincial Health Authority, Governor Bird noted that on January 1st, 38 cases were reported, with around 68% being alcohol-related trauma. Mr. Bird highlighted this in a post on his social media page this morning. Now, this followed a liquor ban in the province, effective as of December 1, 2024, that's set to continue into the first 6 months of this year, 2025. Mr. Bird highlighted that on overall, 42% of all cases during the festive period are alcohol-related, stating that 67 people were injured or killed as a result of alcohol use in the last 32 days in the province. The governor compared this to the same period in 2023, where 286 trauma cases were noted, with 44% being alcohol-related, showing a significant decline. Nevertheless, Governor Bird apologized for the poor policing of the liquor ban, saying they will be conducting a review early next week to note improvements. He added that they are in the process of increasing penalties for homebrew alcohol manufacturing, sales and consumption, slamming it as unacceptable for people to remain indifferent to the serious harm in the community caused by alcohol abuse. Acknowledging the reduction in the number of trauma cases as encouraging, the governor said they will do a month-to-month comparison over the remaining 5 months of the ban to see what trends look like. Meanwhile, it was noted that around 70% of all trauma cases reported in the province so far were caused by bush knives used as weapons. Natasha Ovoy, National MTV News.
Acting Commissioner of Police Donald Yamasombi reported 12 deaths across Papua New Guinea during the Christmas and New Year period, with 9 in Enga, 2 in Milne Bay and 1 in Central Province. He said despite these tragedies, most citizens celebrated peacefully.
Acting Police Commissioner Yamasombi clarified that the violence in anger was linked to ongoing tribal conflicts. Notably, a gun battle erupted near Pogara mine after a man was attacked, leading to reinforcements being deployed to restore order. Wabek also saw 4 deaths in a tribal dispute during a rugby event. He said, in contrast, Port Moresby and other regions experienced reduced crime thanks to police operations and community programs, with no vehicle accidents or fatalities in the city. In Million Bay, a youth was stabbed to death in a fight on Christmas Day, while a man wanted by police was shot after resisting arrest. And in Central Province, a Goilala man fled after fatally stabbing his wife. Despite these incidents, Yamasombe reassured the public that efforts to restore peace would continue into the new year, with further updates to follow. James Gukan, National MTV News.
Operation Silver in NCD continues and will end on the 5th of this month. On that, NCD Metsup Silva Sika said safety and security is everyone's business. National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Money Plus we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Wari Bilong You.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work. But now, it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Are you seeking fulfillment for your life? Do you want freedom from fear? That's why we're here. Welcome to Jesus 101, introducing you to the real Jesus. And now, here's your host, Elizabeth Talbot.
Jesus 101, Saturday at 7 a.m. and Sunday at 7:30 a.m. Only on your number one to watch, MTV.
People have different views about this situation that we are currently going on.
So vote of no confidence is an accountability mechanism.
Talk to you about our Project Zero, focuses on energy poverty.
In Focus returns in February 2025, a weekly news and current affairs talk show which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and the region. We engage in discussions with key decision makers and influential figures across politics, industry, economics and business, as well as health, social, cultural and environmental sectors. Right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
You're watching National MTV News. While commending efforts of police in the province through the festive period, Jiwaka Provincial Administrator Rick Kogan noted further actions under the recently endorsed Jiwaka Provincial Liquor Law.
Building from what he called a successful liquor ban carried out in the province by the police during the festivities, the provincial administrator stressed on the matter of licensing for the sale of liquor in Jiwaka.
The legal team in the province have put a team together and the police will support them to inspect all the legal shops in the province that have applied for license, and we'll set up criteria that we will use, the board will use to issue license to the liquor outlets that have a license obtained from previous administration or regime.
Mr. Kogan further elaborated on the matter.
Whether they have license or not, they have to all apply for license so that we do proper inspection, and if they meet the criteria set, then the license will be issued under different categories. Like there'll be bottle soaps, you know.
CMCA established station in 2001 and shows the communities impacted by OTML's operations receive equitable economic and social benefits. For the extension review, Mr. Limbit said transparency has been a cornerstone of this process, bringing village leaders to Tabubil to visit the mine site, including the engineered waste rock dump, the dredging site, and the stockpile rehabilitation, to ensure they are well informed and confident in the efforts taken by the company to manage environmental impact. Held in Tabubil, Western Province, the high-level discussion brought together lead delegates from 8 CMCA regions and 6 mine villages to present their communities' positions and receive feedback from OTML. This review supports OTML's planned mine life extension from 2026 to 2033. It began with 158 village meetings earlier this year, followed by 2 regional meetings in Daru, Kiunga and Tabubil, which involved engagement of over 300 leaders, including youth and women representatives, of whom were not represented at these discussions in the past. Formal negotiations on this occurred from October 29 to the 31st in Tabubil, between OTML and 64 regional leaders and 20 mine village representatives, along with stakeholders. It was noted that the review process will continue in February 2025 this year, with more regional working group meetings and negotiations. A new compensation package and CMCA agreement is expected to be finalized by August 2025, followed by village-level endorsements of the package in October. Expressing approval for this was Prime Minister James Marape, as he recently announced. Natasha Ovoy, National, MTV News.
A total of 152 participants from communities at risk in Torokina and Wakonai districts in Bougainville attended a disasters preparedness training recently.
Funded by the United States Agency for International Development Bureau for Humanitarian Assistance, the training marked the first of its kind in the autonomous region of Bougainville, addressing key disaster management priorities. The acting director of the Bougainville Disaster and Emergency Directorate, Mr. John Lokobau, said that this training will empower local stakeholders with essential knowledge and skills to better prepare for assets and effectively respond during disasters. He further highlighted that the training aligns with the Papua New Guinea National Disaster Reduction Framework 2017 to 2030 and the draft Bougainville Disaster Management Plan 2024 to 2030. The training initiative also responded to critical recommendations following the Mount Bagana volcanic eruption on July 7, 2023. Mr. Lokubau expressed gratitude to the U.S. government for the financial assistance in the delivery of this vital training. Representing the participants, Mr. Jesril Ivomare emphasized that building local capacity is essential to reducing disaster risks and safeguarding lives and properties. Key outcomes of the training included the development of mass evacuation plans for high-risk areas such as Catarets, Torokina, Wakuna, and Kokopau, Bukatown. The training was facilitated by the International Organization for Migration in partnership with the Department of Community Government, District Affairs, Bougainville Disaster and Emergency Directorate. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
After 5 years of researching and gathering information on blockchain technology, Peter Kinjap will publish his first book titled Bitcoin Dream, Hope, Hype and Chaos this month.
Mr. Kinjap was inspired by the topics discussed at the 2018 Asia Economic Cooperation Summit in Port Moresby, wrote the book targeted towards policymakers, parliamentarians, and the students. The book provides a groundbreaking exploration of cryptocurrency from the perspective of Papua New Guinea and other emerging economics. The book unpacks the rise of Bitcoin, its revolutionary potential, and the challenges and opportunities of adopting unique circumstances. The book also dives into the transformative promise of cryptocurrency, examining how it can offer financial inclusion, transparency, and invitation to economics. Kinjap encourages young minds in the country to read about blockchain, crypto, and Bitcoin as this is the future. Kinjap emphasized the importance of distributing the book to the schools to enhance better understanding of Bitcoin for financial inclusion, low-cost borderless payments, and unbanked populations in rural areas. The book is currently available for purchase at 250 kina per copy. Kinjap is a graduate of University of Papua New Guinea in Psychology and Information Communication Science, and he also holds a postgraduate in Tourism from the University of South Pacific in Fiji. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rule. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go? Everything you need for school. Is this the place to go? Be
for all your school stationery.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
There are moments when we feel completely alone, even when we are surrounded by people, to the point of screaming, crying, and hiding from everything and everyone, as if something suffocates and oppresses us. It is at these times that we need to know
that the Word of God is faithful, the Word of God is true.
Faith in Action, 7:30 a.m. Saturday and 8 a.m. Sunday, right here on the number one to watch, EMTV.
Get ready for the return of Autonome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on out and about, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Autonome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, NTV.
You're watching National MTV News. Now to overseas news. The judge in President-elect Donald Trump's hush money case in New York will sentence him next week. Trump was found guilty by jury back in May, but his sentencing has been repeatedly delayed as he sought another term in office.
Donald Trump had appealed for this decision to be overthrown in part because of his election victory at the presidential election. But Judge Juan Merchan has denied that request, but he has indicated that he favoured a so-called unconditional discharge of Mr. Trump's sentence, which means he won't be facing a jail sentence. The sentencing will take place on January the 10th, which is just 10 days before Donald Trump will take back the reins of power here in the United States as the president. So on one hand, this is a setback for Donald Trump, who was after these, who wanted these charges to be thrown out, this decision to be thrown out. He will be sentenced, but he doesn't look to be facing a jail sentence. The judge has also given him the opportunity to appear at this sentence virtually, but we will wait to see whether or not Donald Trump will or won't turn up for this sentence. So this is a significant development. Donald Trump was found guilty by a jury of his peers on those 34 felony counts. It means that he will take the reins of power as the 47th president of the United States as a convicted felon, it appears, but it doesn't appear that he will be facing a jail sentence.
Hamas says a new round of indirect talks on a Gaza ceasefire have resumed in Qatar. The talks come after Gazan officials reported the deaths of at least 54 people in an Israeli airstrike across the Strip in the past day.
Doctors say more than 10 people were killed in Khan Yunis after a tent encampment was struck. The Israeli military says it was targeting Hussam Shawan, who they claim was the head of Hamas security forces in southern Gaza. Another 6 strikes were launched across the region, striking refugee camps and designated safe zones. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has approved sending a delegation team to Doha to continue ceasefire and hostage talks. And Israel has confirmed it's holding Gaza hospital director Dr. Hussam Abu Safia after initially saying they had no knowledge of his case. The IDF statement said he was currently being investigated by Israeli security forces in person, sparking concern for his well-being. Dr. Abu Safia was arrested after the Israeli military forced patients and medical staff to leave the Kamal Adwan hospital in northern Gaza, alleging the facility was a Hamas terrorist stronghold. This comes after 2 hospitals were targeted in Israeli operations, a move the UN has condemned.
Much of southeast Australia, including Melbourne and Sydney, will swelter through a heatwave this weekend, with some areas tipping 40 degrees.
In New South Wales, the south coast from Nowra down to Eden is expected to be worst hit, but Western Sydney is also expected to see temperatures into the 40s. In Victoria, the state is bracing for a low-intensity heatwave, with temperatures also set to climb into the 40s in some parts. A total fire ban's been declared for the Wimmera and southwest districts today, with residents urged to remain vigilant. Health authorities are urging vulnerable people to take precautions against heat stress.
We still do have a number of ongoing fires across Victoria, with that main significant fire still burning across the Grampians. We have extreme fire dangers in place for the Wimmera today, with extreme fire dangers for the Wimmera, Mallee and Central District, which is where Melbourne is, tomorrow. The rest of the state sitting at high fire dangers. So even if we don't have the fire weather warnings out for your area, be aware that in these very hot, very dry conditions, we are going to see those increased dangerous fire weather conditions as well.
And in New South Wales, it looks like those inland areas will be especially warm.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Temperatures set to reach the high 30s, if not low 40s, across much of inland New South Wales, much of inland Victoria and South Australia as well. The east coast of New South Wales will be a little milder just by being closer to the water, but still very hot. As you just mentioned, we do see those severe heat waves extending right down the south coast and parts of the Illawarra at the moment, really just emphasising the strength of that hot weather pushing through this weekend, with the warm nights in between those hot days.
Protesters have camped out overnight in the South Korean capital after the country's anti-corruption agency failed to arrest the president.
Yeah, so Ruby, we're just around the corner from the presidential residence. Now, we're at an anti-UN protest here. As you can see, I might just step out of the frame. There's several hundred people here. At least some of them have been camped out overnight, and I would note that it got down as low as -5 here in Seoul overnight. There was even a light dusting of snow yesterday. So really dedicated and passionate protesters here. There is also a pro-president protest just a little bit further up the road, and we saw people turn out yesterday. There have been supporters of the president camped out near his residence now for some days since that arrest warrant was approved by the court a few days ago. They, of course, were seeking to block the efforts of the anti-corruption agency yesterday to arrest him. Now, those officers, investigators who were accompanied by police, did enter the residential compound, but they were in an hours-long standoff with the presidential security service and eventually abandoned that attempt to arrest the president, citing concerns over safety of the staff. So we're expecting here, as you can see, people have camped out overnight, but we're expecting there will be more protests here in Seoul after weeks and weeks of political turmoil.
President Biden says he has been speaking to some of the families who lost their loved ones in the New Year's Day attack in New Orleans. Families of the victims begin to bury their loved ones as the first funeral takes place.
An American community brought together in grief, seeking strength in prayer. Allahu Akbar. One of the 14 families left shattered on New Year's Day, now among the first, saying the goodbye no parent ever should. Kareem Badawi was just 18, a college student from this Louisiana city of Baton Rouge. He left that night with a simple goodbye, a promise to be careful, and went to celebrate in New Orleans. His family's future now emptied of their shining star by a single act of hate. His father Bilal told me they went to the city to search for him.
We all just couldn't believe and live with it, and we couldn't just understand why this happened. You know, somebody took our loved one. He's my little son, and you know, the little son, I mean, it's just like the most beautiful that we love in the house. So Kareem, he just was so close to us, and we all got touched, you know, by him not with us anymore.
Kareem had graduated from school last summer. Described as a smart, popular kid, he loved football, a rock on his high school team, and close to his older brother Omar.
A couple days ago as well, we were talking about how we're getting old and stuff, and how a few years, I'm 21 now, and just a few years when he graduates college, I'll be 24, 25. We were talking about that, and obviously that's not the case no more or anything like that, but it's the last few memories I had with him, last few conversations.
This attack leaves a trail of communities devastated, a new year spent in mourning, having to let go of the ones they loved.
National MTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Now chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Nipla Halivim Water belong you.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Across the globe, weather is becoming erratic and extreme, and the story is no different here in Australia. These changes are already leading to the irreversible loss of ecosystems. I'm Tatley Little. Join me as I listen and learn from the oldest living culture in the world.
Laura Pinto, 5:30 p.m. Sunday, right here on the number one to watch, EMTV.
Sportscene returns in February 2025. Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes are on Papua, how an NRL team based here.
Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
trending athletes, and our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name is Gemma Schneider.
And then all the younger ones will follow.
Join me in February for Sports Scene, only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The KCK Regal Rice Cup is currently undergoing finals at Bava Park in Port Moresby.
The first leg of the KCK Regal Rice Cup saw 8 teams compete in the quarter and semi-finals. Media Director Joel Andrew gave insights of the games.
We're here at Bava Park. Now we blow quarter finals blow KCK Regal Rice Cup, the inaugural edition, first edition was the tournament. We have quarter finals. We have got first 14 teams who have been playing leg 1. We have got 4 legs running, 3 more legs to come. But on the first leg, now we have quarter finals now. So we have been streaming off, 6 team out. Now the 8 teams are now competing, top 4, low 4, or play. So from these top 8 games where now play and eliminating 2 team. A winner from the low 4s, but come on play one time or loser top 4. So next week, Bambla's team semi-final blow, first leg blow, Regal Rice Cup.
Andrew further shared highlights of the competition.
Semi-finals, the first team to secure the semi-final spot is Koida Cowboys. So next week they are 1 game away from the grand final. So after complete teams finals blow, first leg the next 3 legs remaining and Bambla run him same time. Parallel to each other, and run him same time and then Bambla have him all. Finals by match. So far so good. The tournament is doing good, attendance alright, behavior alright. So far, we don't have a bad record. It was all sports, true sportsmanship.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Meanwhile, Media Director Joel Andrew also stressed on the importance of the safety and well-being of players.
The participation of the team, we have got a well-behaved crowd. Both our players, sponsors, supporters, everybody been well-behaved because we have been most important thing consider him also security-wise man marine. Like him, game must run without violence, without kind of really petty crimes, criminal activities kind of same. So we plan engage him local boys around our community, lost up security, many Mariana. Everything must go okay. Kind of same. So the participation. No, not much violence. No plenty managed in background because we have a medic team, a full equipped medical team stand by on the grounds.
The 8 Mile Settlers secured a thrilling 8-6 victory over the Storm to secure a spot in the NCD Governors Cup Grand Final.
The tightly contested match showcased high-level rugby league action with both teams delivering gritty performances in front of an enthusiastic crowd. Settlers halfback William Mones' leadership and playmaking ability were pivotal in guiding the Settlers through a tense encounter. His game management and composure under pressure allowed the team to maintain focus against a resilient Storm side. The Settlers' defense stood tall in the final minutes, repelling several attack raids to reserve their slim 2-point lead. The victory means the Settlers advance to the Cup Grand Final, where they will face the undefeated Mountain Bulls this Sunday at the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. The Mountain Bulls, known for their physicality and robust gameplay, promises to be a stand test for the Settlers as they vie for the ultimate victory in the NCD Governors Cup. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Share the love with Gala Ice Cream, Gala Cone Ice Creams, Gala Stick Ice Creams, and Gala Classic Tub Ice Creams. Happiness begins with the Gala range of fun flavors which create taste adventures and excitement with every bite. Treat yourself. Share with a friend while chilling. The whole family will enjoy. Everyone has their favorite. Which one is yours? Share the love with Gullah Ice Creams.
Every day, 180 million litres of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Kids, it's time to go back to school. Is this the place to go? Please don't forget the golden rules. Is this the place to go? Hey, mums and dads, don't make a fuss. Is this the place to go? Get the school supplies from us. Is this the place to go? Everything you need for school. Is this the place to go? Be sure to keep the teacher cool. Is this the place to go? Ring, ring goes the bell.
Theatist for all your school stationery.
See it in your
Hi, I'm Camilla Benson, the host of The Art Of, where we try to answer life's biggest questions through art.
I think we're turned on.
Is today the day?
Today's the day.
With amazing folks from all over the arts world.
The Art Of, 7:30 p.m. Wednesday, right here on Number One to Watch MTV. Get ready for the return of Autonome in 2025, bringing to you fresh ideas and expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. We're back exploring the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, caring for your furry friend on pet care, and so much more. Autonome returning with a new season, February 2025, on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Further elevating rugby in PNG, the Jiwaka Governors Cup was launched today.
Present to officiate the event was the Governor for Jiwaka, Simon Kaiwi. Governor Kaiwi urged all players to give their best in this 3-week rugby tournament, highlighting that the improving and elevating standard of rugby league in the country. Mr. Kaiwi added that rugby has a good market development and demand, and is on the individual player to give their best to compete with the rest of the province and the country. Mr. Kaiwi said his government will continue to support and fund the Governors Cup in future. The games will begin tomorrow with a total of 18 teams to participate. Meanwhile, the chairman of Wagi Tumbe, Jim Kalne, urged all players to play well as the recruiting drive for Wagi Tumbe will begin from this Governors Cup tournament. Tumbe revealed that the selection will be only for male players. This year will be the 10th year Wagi Tumbe participated in the PNG NRL competition. Lauren Jimal, Trukai Sports.
Now moving to overseas sports, Australia has lost 3 wickets earlier on today in day 2 of the 5th men's cricket test against India at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Marnus Labuschagne was removed early in the day off the bowling of Jasprit Bumrah for just 2. Sam Constas then was removed by Mohammad Siraj on 23. Travis Head was caught in the slips to leave Australia down to 4 for 39.
That ends Chukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports. Chukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
Every day, 180 million liters of water pumps into Port Moresby. Every day, its journey to your household tap is made safe at this water treatment plant. Every day, raw water is filtered, disinfected, and purified so that you and your loved ones have access to clean, usable water. For 65 years, our water treatment technology has been hard at work, but now it needs to hit pause. Port Moresby's population has increased 500% since the treatment plant was built, putting enormous pressure on the water supply network. We need to hit pause so that the filtering equipment can be repaired, maintained, upgraded, so that the water you use and consume continues to be safe. For more information, visit our Facebook page.
Museums and galleries are filled with treasure. But then you ask,
what is the story of how it got here?
My name is Mark Fennell, and I want to take you around the globe.
This is the story of you and me and the stuff the British stole.
Stuff the British stole, 8:30 p.m. Sunday, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
There are moments when we feel completely alone, even when we are surrounded by people, to the point of screaming, crying, and hiding from everything and everyone, as if something suffocates and oppresses us. It is at these times that we need to know
that the Word of God is faithful, the Word of God is true.
Faith in Action, 7:30 a.m. Saturday and 8 a.m. Sunday, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
People have different views about this situation that we are currently going on.
So vote of no confidence is an accountability mechanism.
Talk to you about our Project Zero, focuses on energy poverty.
In Focus returns in February 2025. A weekly news and current affairs talk show which presents in-depth commentaries, discussions and analysis of the major current affairs issues in Papua New Guinea and the region. We engage in discussions with key decision makers and influential figures across politics, industry, economics and business, as well as health, social, cultural and environmental sectors.
Right here on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City mostly cloudy with possible rain showers. Daru partly cloudy with rain periods at times. Kerema partly cloudy with rain periods at times, Alotau mostly cloudy, and Popondetta partly cloudy. In the Momase region, Lei City mostly cloudy with some rain showers, Medang periods of rain showers and thunderstorm, Wewak partly cloudy then few rain periods, and Vanimo mostly cloudy with some rain showers and thunderstorm. Moving on to the NGI region, Lorengau partly cloudy, light northwest to northeast winds, Kavieng partly cloudy with possible few rain drizzles, Kokoporabao partly cloudy with rain periods at times, Kimbe partly cloudy with possible rain drizzles, and Buka partly cloudy with some possible rain periods. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City cloudy periods with possible rain showers, Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa mostly cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorm, and Mendi, Tari and Wabeg cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorm. In the small ships forecast, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands to Kerema and to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Island, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milne Bay Islands, sea 0.5 to 1.3 meters. Waters of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finschhafen, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Finschhafen through Vitia Strait to CRC Long Island, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Waters of New Island to East New Britain to Bougainville, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. And waters of West New Britain, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Moving on to the ocean forecast, in the Coral Sea, seas smooth northeast to northwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. In the Solomon Sea, seas smooth northwest tending easterly winds of 5 to 10 knots. In the Bismarck Sea, seas smooth north to northwest winds of 5 to 10 knots. And in the Pacific Ocean, seas smooth northeast winds of 5 to 10 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 4th of January 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing, good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.